Hey guys, we're here breaking down a round between myself and Mark. Mark chooses to go to De La Hiva, trying to manage the range with his legs, looking for reverse De La Hiva. I look to immediately start cutting through by getting the underhook, pinning his shoulder blades flat to the mat, keeping that hook on his leg so I have opposite corner rotational control until I feel like moving through safely to get the Kimura control. I got Kimura control on his left arm, so as he sits up, I have to follow him and bring my right leg across to get the opposite corner. So I'm controlling left shoulder, right hip. Once again, looking to keep opposite corner rotational control, so I'm hooking with my right leg to control his right side of his hip. Control the left side. I try and do a chair sit with the crossbody rotational control. Mark's very difficult to move because of our size difference. So I immediately post and go to mount. So here I bring my leg across so that I'm able to go right into mount, not end up in half guard. Plant with both my arms so I'm able to drive myself to the side. So even though my arms are posted somewhat at a 45-degree angle, I'm going to be able to create a lot of lateral force this way to keep my hips tight to his so he can't put me in single leg X. Drive myself into mount. It's better to relinquish the back position to be able to go to another dominant form of control. So here I'm posting with my left arm to drive my hips back because Mark's very strong and he usually is able to lift me up here and start trying for leg entanglements. So I'm trying to keep myself as heavy and shifting my center of gravity as much as I can onto his hips to pin him while I pull up on his head. Here I'm cross facing him. He manages to hook me in half guard. He's going to try and technical stand up and turn me to the side. I realize the shift in center of gravity, so I adjust. So right now our hips are on top of each other. And so he can move my center of gravity. As he shifts to the side, I've now had to post my right hand here, and you can't see from this angle, so I can't break it down as well, but my hips are now off to the right of his. And so with him up on his knees, he's going to complete a technical stand-up and sweep me. I shift my hips back. So now Mark's hips are here on this line, and my hips are over to the side here. He doesn't have anything behind him to post to absorb this force change, and so I'm going to be able to dump him back down onto his back. If I didn't pay attention to where my center of gravity was relative to his, I would have been swept there. Here I keep him pinned, both shoulder blades to the mat, so I'm able to extract my leg. So this is just, this concept is talked about in the pressure passing 201 module where I'm pinning the shoulder blades flat to the mat. Here, not a technique that I'm successful with, but just so you guys can see, I am using my right leg to reinforce my right arm to drive these frames into his elbow to activate it as a lever to try and move it up. So if you're looking to attack Americanas or arm triangles, don't try and use just one part of your body, especially if you're going up against a larger opponent. We want to use our whole body to isolate a limb. So here I'm trying to switch to a triangle, but I have a hard time getting this angle. I'm just trying to keep my left knee and hip tight up against his arms so that he can't get his elbow out. I bring my left leg across for the X break to go for the armbar. So this stuff is in the Armbar 201 module. Here, securing up Kimura control, I got a good grip on the end of the lever, bring the left leg across, and I keep an X that I have a frame on both sides of his arm so he's not able to circle it out to try and get his grip back together. I don't have the braking mechanics tight there, so I'm going to switch his hand in behind my elbow, pinching in my armpit, pinching down to complete the arm lock.